How are you? Welcome back to Stan's Cutlery Universe. Well, I've been missing for a couple of days, and there's a good reason to that. First one is I had a goal of doing 4 pieces of content for 1 month, 2 shorts, 2 videos a day. Uh, Friday morning on the 28th, or no, the 29th, I got a call from my daughter. She needed a hand with something. A common trait of people in my family is, oh, I have plenty of time to get this done, and then it becomes an emergency because the person is coming that day to take care of it. So we went over and gave my daughter a little bit of a helping hand. Our help was basically just watching our grandson and taking care of the puppy dog, which, Ruger pretty much can take care of himself, but he was super happy to see grandpa and grandma. And our grandson was super happy to see grandpa and grandma. Got to take a nap in grandma's arms and played with grandpa and tormented grandpa. And holy cow, that little dude can move now that he's walking. It's like you turn your head and all of a sudden you're like, where'd he go? So it was worth it. Didn't quite make the month, but I think I did make 20 some days. So it was fine. And then decided to take most of the weekend off. It's Sunday, August 31st. Happy Labor Day weekend to everybody. Um, this is how pathetic I am. That Friday afterwards, we was done at our daughter's. We went and picked up our groceries. We always do the Walmart, they pick and load the stuff for you. So we just get there and get it loaded. So my wife and I are carrying the groceries in. There was like nothing really heavy, just being honest, because they usually pack those bags pretty light for that because they don't want them blowing out while they're trying to load your car. You know what I mean? And the lightest load I had is like second to the last load that I got. I got to the door, didn't even have to hold the door, decided to prop the door open, whole 9 yards, the screen door, I mean. My back popped. And I've had my upper back pop. That's kind of a common thing for me with my neck and problems I have. And I've had my lower back pop during my days of working, lifting heavier stuff. I never had my middle of my back pop. And instantly, it's like shot down my legs and everything. And I was like, oh. And my wife's like, you okay? And I'm like, my back just popped. That was weird. I don't know what I did. I turned just right, whatever you want to say. I have been in extreme pain. Sleeping isn't the easiest. Nothing's the easiest. The only good thing about it, because you always got to look at the bright side, is it makes my neck not seem to hurt as bad because I hurt worse someplace else. So, yeah. But so I took a couple days off from doing video at all, and I just hurting. But I wanted to get out here and say happy Labor Day weekend. I got a couple shorts for today, couple shorts for tomorrow. Not sure if I'm going to do any videos tomorrow, but what I did want to do is I wanted to show a couple, well, actually 4 knives that I am going to talk more about, but I just wanted to come out and do a more or less quick show and tell, I guess I'll call it, because, I thought y'all might be missing my handsome face. I'm joking. Hang on. Oh, I did do a video yesterday of the winner of my Whiz Banger giveaway. Congratulations to Just Me 1125. I got your information. I have responded to your email. I'll be sending that out hopefully Tuesday. I have some oral surgery going on Tuesday. Hopefully I'll be able to have a chance to get it done. If not, worst case, I'll probably do it Wednesday, but 10 to 1. My wife's got Tuesday off. If we have to, I'll send her to the post office just locally, and no problem. We'll get those out to you. They're already packed up in a box. I just gotta seal it up and get your address on there. So that's taken care of. It hurts to drink. All right, pop my back. It's just weird. My wife's like, if you don't feel better by Tuesday, you call the doctor. And I'm like, I will, believe me. So let's get into these knives. First off, these new Walmart bangers seem to really be hitting big time. So in our Walmart order, I kind of did like a CIA operation, a covert operation. In our order, I had a couple knives added to it, you know. So it was like, just we got them and got home, and I was like, oh, what are these? No, I'm kidding. My wife didn't say nothing. She just shook her head. But first off, we got the new crossbar lock one. This one is pretty cool. HT calls it the ramen slayer. It's so funny. He showed it. He cut up some of his ramen noodles with the one he has. Mrs. HT was not real happy with him showing that, but it's like us guys are like, what? What's wrong with that? You know. But this, I haven't really used it for a lot yet. But this aluminum this is a really nice piece. I have done nothing. I haven't lubed it or anything. That's just, and I really like the Tonto blade. So I think HT's got a video out where he was showing what he did this week with it. I haven't seen it yet, so that's why I'm not sure. I just seen it in my like queue. But yeah, this is 14C28N. Really, I think it's a killer piece. You know, the clip is reversible. I'm going to test drive it a little bit and let y'all know. Like I said, I haven't done too much because my back's been killing. Then this other one, the button lock. This is 12C27. This is a G10 micarta, I believe, if I recall right. Like that orange inlay, it looks really good with the like green. Again, a reversible clip for tip up carry. Pocket or a button lock. This one is a clip point. Really nice looking. Reminds me of a nice Tonto, or not Tonto, but of a nice Bowie knife. Look at that action. Again, I have not even lubed it yet. That is just, this is all me because I'm not moving the greatest. So yeah, I wanted to show those. I am going to do more checking them out, but and I'm going to see what HT said about the blue one there, the Tonto. But man, I tell you, so far what I've seen, pretty sweet piece of cutlery. The next one I have to show is I've had it in for a while and haven't gotten around to it. This is a Parker Eagle brand knives. This is called the Eagle Big Bull, made in Japan. And I do want to go over this a little bit more because this is absolutely beautiful. They call this Black Stag. But this thing is just beautiful. Just like a massive trapper. The springs on this thing are obnoxious. This Spade that is a half stop, and like Parker brand. And I'm sorry, I'm just in a lot of pain. I apologize. I just wanted to get something out here for y'all so y'all knew I didn't forget Seki City, Japan. Just beautiful. I don't know if I'll be able to get the main blade open yet. Hang on. Oh yes, I did. That has a half stop also. But yeah, just a beautiful blade here. Do not get your fingers in there. You won't have them anymore. But yeah, I want to do a full video on this, show it off. This thing is this is amazing. But like I said, I keep saying I must be a but a day. It's a but a day. Hang on a second. I got to get another drink of my Mountain Dew Zero. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I want to do a full video on this. I want to mess with it a little bit. Just this thing is just phenomenal. Seki City, Japan, especially from like the 80s when this one was probably made, late 70s, early 80s. These things are amazing. And I noticed on the bottom of the bottom of the box, that paid $10 in 2012. I paid a lot more than that. Yeah, Cecil Clark Knife Company, Newport, Kentucky. I paid a lot more than that, but that's okay. I still got a good deal on it, I feel, and it's a beautiful knife, and I am super proud to own that. I'm so glad I found it and was able to put I mean, I didn't overpay for it, but I paid for it. But I'm glad I was able to put in a bid that allowed me to successfully procure it. Next up, picked this up at Jay's when I went down for my stuff that didn't work out quite the way I wanted. Beautiful piece here. Yeah, folding hunter with sheath. Is that 613 or 5? 613.24. Let's look at this beautiful knife. This thing's beautiful. I love the sheath that it comes in. That nice leather, light brownish leather. They did have it out showing it, they put it back on, but I actually want to give you guys a little bit better look at that sheath. The only thing I don't like is, I wish it had a separate loop, not cut into it, but I'm not going to carry it anyway. So, but just a beautiful, beautiful sheath. For me, these are safe queens. I know some people say that's stupid, carry it, but hey, it's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's my knife. I don't tell you what to do with yours. So please don't tell me what to do with mine. I think these things are they very, very usable? Oh, absolutely. But I enjoy making them, for lack of better terms, my babies. There's that. Look at that. Oh, man. Beautiful build. Look at that. Now, I am thinking I might put a little bit more burn on this side, but I'm kind of afraid of overdoing it because I don't know. It's just a beautiful build. Both blades are right down center. Now, I ain't going to lie. There was a red jig bone there of a folding hunter. Cost less, of course. The 6.5 bone stag always costs a little bit more. But, man, the build quality was not there. So I chose this one. I chose the more expensive one. And I'm glad I did. They do such a good job. I mean, that's this bone stag. That's not real stag. But, look, they still give it a swell to make it look like, that's just really neat. Show you the clip blade. See if I can get up there. I don't think there's any numbers on that side. No, there's not. And I got to get it like that so you can see the tang. It's a 6 dot, so it's a 24. Come on. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful piece. Get out the secondary. That's got the part number and everything, or the model number, I guess I should say. Sorry. There we go. 6.5, 265 USA. Just an absolutely beautiful, gorgeous piece. I was going to wrap it back up, but I'm not going to because that's going to go in my case, my case knife box, or not box. You know what I'm talking about? Those with handles, the cases that you put them in. Gosh, words are hard. I seriously sometimes wonder why you all even watch me at all. I mean, do you guys just watch me to hear me say stupid stuff? Because I seem to be really, really good at that. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, right now for the Labor Day weekend through Monday, I believe, if you go over to Buck, and I think you had to spend, can't remember if it's 110 or 125, might be 125, but if you do, you get a free Buck 110 light, black LT, black. I thought that was really, really cool of them. I mean, I know that they're not, it's not the most expensive model, but if there's something you're looking for from Buck, might be a time to go pick it up. I'm going to take a look. See, there's so many things I want, but I did spend some money already this weekend. Not only on those two knives that from Walmart. Oh, and this one was $19.99. I believe this one was either $28.99 or $24.99. There's a little bit more of the button lock. Seems to function good though. So I'm glad I got it. It'll be fun to check out. I've only heard good things about the new crossbar lock and the aluminum body. I really do like that Tonto blade. The 14C28N is a decent steel, Action is great. So I wanted to get in on the fun and check it out with everybody, because yeah, I wanted to see what was going on, and that I wanted to, get on here and chat with y'all. And hang on, I gotta chew my nails. I caught. Sorry. I know that's gross chewing your nail, but I was gonna sit here the whole video going. unless I did it. So I apologize. Maybe I'll censor that part. No, I won't. Move too fast. Sorry. But yeah, I wanted to let y'all make sure my mic's still on. Yep, it is. I'll let y'all know that I am alive. Um, I just honestly I hurt myself. Been just trying to rest up, but of course, there's never no rest for the wicked. So I've been still doing stuff and cleaning and doing stuff, and even with my wife saying, "Set your butt down, get in the chair," she'll go take a nap, and I'm like the little kid, do 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 do, sneaking to the cookie jar, but instead I'm sneaking to go do something that she probably don't want me to do, like our rear brakes on our main car, little Traverse, was squeaking all the time. You're driving down the road, this squeaky, 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 and I had an idea what was wrong. Up here in northern Michigan, where the salt, we get so much salt, Rust Belt area. Um, you have a problem, especially on rear brakes. It seems like the inside of the rear disc brakes, the rear discs, will get like really rusty and crusty on the outer edge, and you get almost like a groove. So now your brake pad, you got the flat surface in your, but you have like that spot right there where it's actually set, and this is the groove. Well, then it starts scrubbing on stuff, and that's exactly what it was. So she took a nap, and I went out and backed the car and took the tires off and cleaned up the rotors, put it back together, took it for a test drive, came in, parked it, uh, went in the bedroom, washed my hands. She's like, "What you been doing?" I'm like, "Fixing the car." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "Oops, I should have lied." No, I shouldn't have lied, but I was just like, maybe I should have lied. But she's happy it's not squeaking on her now. So, but yeah, I got that taken care of, and yeah, it's just what I have learned in life when I'm in a lot of pain is, unless it's like that pain where it just knocks you down and knocks you down, or it's pain like you had a surgery and now you got to recover from it, is sometimes you're just better off moving, just going doing your stuff, just moving, working through it, because if you let it kick your butt too badly, you're just gonna continue eroding, yeah. I just think of my dad when I was gosh, well, probably 10. We was restoring the Mustang. Let me rephrase it. He was restoring our 65 Mustang. I was a little kid helping, because I thought cars were cool at that age, in elementary school and stuff. And still think cars are cool. And my dad was boring out the block, the 289 V8 block. He had done that, and he had it up on the workbench, and he's working on it now. And yeah, we had our own boring bar and everything. My one brother has that now. My dad did give it to me, and I told him he should probably give it to Mark. Sorry, I shouldn't name my brother's names. I apologize. Should give it to him, because he had, he had three boys and a daughter that was in the cars, and that'd probably be in the longer run more use and stay in the family longer. So he did do that. He gave it to him, and I'm glad he did, along with a few other things. And I know if I ever needed it, I could get in touch with him and he'd let me use it. I'd probably just go over to his place. He's got more cool toys than I do as far as stuff like that. But neither here nor there. But he was working on the block, cleaning it, and it slipped off the bench, and he caught it with his one hand. Well, my dad had damaged his lower back in a paratrooper jump back in years in like the World War II era, because he is an older gentleman. Like I've said before, they had me when he was 56. So he's actually 3 years older than I am now when I was born. I could not imagine that. Basically second family. And I remember him. He took me to my snowmobile safety training, and he was laying down on the truck seat. Like my dad never did that. And driving home, I asked, "Do you want me to drive?" And he's like, "No." He goes, "I'll just drive." It was a clutch. And here at 10, I was like ready to give it a shot. I figured I can't do too bad. We got home, and I think it was 3 days later, he ended up in the hospital. He's just in so much pain. And they ended up fusing his either 3 or 4 of his lower vertebrae. And but I think of that, the pain he must have been in, because my dad was tough as nails. I mean, that guy, yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty tough guy, but if you went like the toughness scale, say 1 to 10, 10 being the like cut his arm off and stitch it back on himself, my dad was probably a 9. I'm like a 7-ish, depending on the day. Yeah, it's just I realized how bad he was hurting. Then actually, I talked to my mom and told her how bad he was. Even at 10, I understood that wasn't my dad the way he was, and she finally talked him into going in. And actually, I think she basically didn't leave him any options. She just took him in, or might have called one of my older brothers. They were grown, made them, or maybe I think it was one of my sisters. Now I think about it, came and made him go in. Because it's one of those things where my dad and my mom, it's that I'm the man of the house, I'll do it. But when my sister came over, one of his little girls comes over and tells him, then it's like, well, okay, maybe. And any of you guys that are dads, especially if you have girls, you'll know what I'm talking about. Your little girls talk to you, and you're just like, I'm pretty tough, but okay, to make you happy, I'll go do it. you know, so it's, it's just yeah. It's just what it is. Yeah. I don't know why I got into that story. I just felt like sharing it. So well, shoot, I've been 21 minutes. Thank you all for paying attention to me and hanging out with me a little bit today. Hopefully, you enjoyed these knives. I will do more deeper, in-depth reviews of them, of all four of them. Really excited about that Parker. That Parker is cool. The Eagle brand knives. Words are hard some days. Well, hey, with that being said, I truly do appreciate y'all. You guys have no idea. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Um, we'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow on Monday on Labor Day. If I'm feeling up to it, I'll do another video. Just hang out and talk knives or talk life. Heck, depending on how my back feels, maybe I'll show you rebuilding my grill. I bought the kit to put new burners and everything in it. We'll see how I feel. If I feel up to it, I will do that. Well, thanks for joining me. Appreciate y'all. Live long, prosper, and collect your own way.